ever heard the saying, be yourself? Everyone else is taken. Maybe you heard this advice differently, like be more authentic, or stop acting. What does that really mean? What does that mean to be more yourself? You can't be more than yourself, right? That's what you are. Unless maybe you're an actor playing a part. And therein kind of lies at the problem, that too often we're just playing a part. You know, we're playing the part of mother, we're playing the part of friend, we're playing the part of CEO, we're playing the part of Olympic athlete. You know, there's that part of us that doesn't 100% believe it, that doesn't 100% feel like that's who we are. That is, you know, that this role is who we are. It just feels like a role we're playing. So we put on a mask, or we kind of adopt a behavior that we think corresponds with who we want to be. And so that's one way of kind of acting as if and moving towards your goal of being that person. But it can feel inauthentic. It can feel you know, that you're out of integrity, you're incongruent, that you're not really showing up as the real you. And we can't be happy until we really express ourselves fully and authentically. We have to be ourselves, okay? Now, part of the problem here falls in the area of comparison, that we're comparing ourselves to other people and thinking we have to be more like them. That to be a good mother, we have to be more like someone else. Like we have to be more like our sister, or to be a better boss, we have to be like that person we know who's a boss. And so we begin to adopt their characteristics rather than finding our own way to do a better job of being us. So do a better job of being you. So it's okay to have role models, and to look at those role models and to maybe emulate them, or to say, well, that's a really nice characteristic, I would like to have that too, and to kind of build that in, to work on your own, adopting those into the best version of yourself. So it's really about becoming the best version of yourself and fulfilling your own unique potential. We all have unique gifts. You know, somebody's a good writer, somebody's a good singer, somebody's a great mom, somebody's a super caregiver, somebody's great with finances, somebody else is great with healing, and that's okay. We don't all have to be the same. We do have to be the best version of ourselves, and your success depends upon that. Your success depends on whether or not you lived as authentically and fully as yourself as possible. So I started talking about comparison, and I got a little bit off track. And what I want to say about comparison, I talked about role models, and that is a comparison. We have people who are role models, and so there are mentors, and we look up to them. But comparison is a little different from that, in that you're looking at somebody else and saying, well, they do that better than me, and I should do it their way so that I can do it as well as they do. And there's that feeling of I'm not good enough around that, right? So we want to stay away from that. In high performance, what I talk about with my clients is that I want to help them succeed consistently beyond their standard norms. And it's their standard norms, not somebody else's standard norms. So that's sort of their basic operating procedure, the way they show up in the world. I want them to level that up. I want to create a new standard norm in the area of health and wellness, or in terms of their career, or in terms of their relationships, or whatever it is that's important to them. I want them to develop a new standard norm, a new way of being on a regular, consistent, habitual basis, right? So it's not a comparison to anyone but themselves. They're comparing themselves to themselves and trying to level up all the time to become their best self, to do a better job of being themselves. And that's what I want to challenge you with, to do a better job of just being yourself. That's all. Do a better job of being yourself. So there's an interesting story that comes out of the Hasidic tradition, and it's a story about a guy named Zusha, who was a great Hasidic master. And he lay on his deathbed crying. And he's crying and crying. And one of his students says to him, "Why are you so sad, Zusha? Why are you so sad? After all the good deeds you've done and the teaching you've offered and just all the good you've put out into the world, you must know that you're going to be rewarded in heaven." And Zusha responds and says, I'm afraid God will ask me, why weren't you more like Moses? Why weren't you more like King David? And if you come from the Christian tradition, it could be, why were you not more like Jesus? Right? Instead, he's going to ask me, says Zusha, why weren't you more like Zusha? And then what will I say? The point being here that we're not expected in this lifetime to be anything but ourselves. As much ourselves as possible. And that's the measure of success. That's the ultimate test is, did you express yourself fully? Were you as much you as you could be? Because we come into this world, it's our primary purpose, I think, to just to express ourselves, to reach our potential and fulfill our purpose. And part of that purpose is just being us. We each come in with those unique gifts, right? And so we need to do that. So the challenge here is really to think, when you're on your deathbed, like Zusha, could you say that you expressed yourself to the fullest extent possible? Were you authentically you? Were you as much you? Did you express as much of you as you possibly could? And if not, if you can't say yes to that, then it's time to make some changes, to step into yourself fully and express yourself fully. So that's my challenge to you. I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I hope you found this video useful. It is my purpose, part of expressing myself, is to inspire and motivate people to get from where they are to where they want to go. And to do that without letting anything get in the way. We all have these unique gifts and we need to express them. And we have dreams and aspirations, and if you're feeling challenged in any way to get from where you are to where you want to go, to fulfill your dreams and your aspirations, if it's feeling like a struggle to fulfill those dreams, then I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to see how we can help you get more clarity and courage to move towards those dreams, to have the energy and the focus on what it is you really want, and to create a life that really feeds your soul. And you're not going to feed your soul if you're not being your true, authentic self. You're just not. You're going to be feeling, you're going to not be feeling like yourself. And how can you be happy and fulfilled when that's the case? So if any of this resonates with you, I'd love to talk to you. Click on the link above and fill out the application for a certified high performance coaching strategy session. If you're not sure that's what you want, go to ninamir.com and you'll see that there's a little form that you can fill out right on the home page for a free 15-minute discovery session. And we'll talk and see if high performance coaching is right for you. But if you feel like you're ready to move towards your best self, then click on the link above, fill out the application down at the bottom of the sales page, and let's get on a call. And we'll talk for 60 or 90 minutes, and you'll walk away with some new strategies and habits you can implement, and some aha moments, I promise you. Things that you can implement right away that are going to make a difference in your life. And we can get to know each other, see if we're a good fit for you to be my high performance coaching client and for me to be your certified high performance coaching coach, I should say. Anyway, so that's it for today. Your challenge, be more yourself. Till I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.